Meteorologist Robert Spetta. We have a couple areas out here in the Western Pacific today, two invest areas, one located just towards the north and east of Luzon, and another out towards Guam and the Mariana Islands. Both of these look like they're going to bring some sort of impacts, especially across northern Luzon, so I want to focus in on that. But first, this one, actually seeing the leading edge of the cold surge coming in from the north across the southern Japanese islands. I'll put out a separate video on that, but what you need to know is that it's slamming into this, providing an abundance of shear on the northern periphery, but really tighten up the gradient north of the center of circulation, which is actually right in here. It's a very broad circulation, basically due east of Luzon. So what we're seeing is this type of setup. Here's your broad circulation, and then north of that, you have that tight pressure gradient. And as we go ahead through our day here on Tuesday, gusty conditions being seen across northern Luzon from Apari over towards Santa Ana, right there on the north mouth of the Cagayan River over towards Apari. Winds were funneling up the valley, and also over towards Ilocos. Plenty of messy conditions, heavy rainfall. We saw that severe storm out in Baguio actually yesterday too. So that is going to continue. Thursday and Friday it'll back off a bit, but then we change our attention to now a new tropical depression, which is developing further back towards the east. So here's just look at that heavy rainfall potential. Basically, this still could become a tropical depression. I want you to mind that, but you see these areas where we're still going to be seeing that heavy rainfall. Could be looking at some flooding, not, severe flooding on the Cagayan River, more of the localized stuff, that short-time heavy rain, but also that potential of landslides, especially across the Sierra Madre Mountains there towards the north and even back towards Ilocos as that precipitation kicks up into the higher elevation. So something you want to continue to watch out for as we look ahead. And you see here, everywhere in red indicates over 50 millimeters of precipitation. Some locations could see as much as 1 to 200 millimeters across the mountains. All right, let's pull back the picture. I was talking about that cold surge. Here's that blast of air rushing in from the north. And here's our next system, now marked a tropical depression via Bagasa. JTWC doesn't have it up as anything, and it's not named because it's outside of the Philippine area of responsibility. See how that kind of hits that and tracks towards the west. What's interesting with the latest from the ECMWF, instead of pulling it in northern Luzon, it actually kind of stalls it out and brings it back towards Taiwan. Whenever we have a developing system, very long range, you do have to watch kind of the trending, because right now, extended forecast out to 5 days, a lot of uncertainty with this. Fact is, it is still developing. It is still back near Guam. A little dynamical atmosphere taking place. So we want to watch this cone of air. Don't look at this and go, well, this means it's going to go west in 10 days, or even if you're in Okinawa, this means it's going to turn towards the north. No, it means that, we're going to watch this guy, and you want to see how it develops. Very disorganized at this time. I think first we want to keep a closer eye on our first area and the messy conditions it is funneling in for northern Luzon, and eventually even Vietnam as well. And then you see on the back side of that, here's our next one coming up, kicking into that cold surge, bringing nasty conditions for the southern Japanese islands, and eventually over towards Taiwan. If this takes place, actually, that second one may not bring too much rough weather for northern Luzon, because you'll be on the southern side of it. And the southern side of these lows, there's not going to be much wind, not going to be much rain. Very classic scenario whenever we talk about this cold surge interaction. All right, that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, naturally, let me know. But big thanks for everybody on Patreon who continues to support this channel. You guys, hey, by the way, let me look at these. All of you legends, I can't thank you guys enough. Love all of you. Big reason why I'm still able to do what I do, and I'm so happy because, you're the reason why I'm able to get these graphics here and able to present this weather information. So thank you. That's all. All right. Thanks for watching, and as always, of course, stay safe out there. Have a fantastic day.